What if learning how to accept reality, no matter how tough it is, and embrace the change can help you turn your greatest obstacles into your greatest opportunities? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Summer Owens, and I empower organizations and individuals to become more confident and resilient leaders of teams or just their own lives. And I'm still sharing amazing lessons from this book that I wrote in honor of my grandmas. And if you missed any of the lessons that I've done so far, I've already done 37. We're on lesson 38. If you missed any of the other lessons, go back and check them out. Go back and check them out. We are on lessons on resilience. We're on lessons on resilience. And this lesson, lesson 38, is accept and adapt. Accept and adapt. So are you someone who can easily accept when life's challenges come? You know, when your life is disrupted and some things drastically change in your life or subtly change in your life. Are you someone who can accept that change, or are you resistant to that change? And can you adapt? Once that change comes, can you adapt? And how quickly can you adapt? With the so what mindset that I teach in my speaking and in my coaching, I say we always have two choices. In every situation, in every challenge, we have two choices. We can accept or we can act. But most of the time, we spend most of our time in the middle, complaining, just complaining about it. When we can accept that thing and we can take action on it. Many of the things in our lives we can actually do something about. But first, we do have to accept it, no matter how tough it is, no matter how hard it is. The sooner, though, we can accept that thing, that change, that trauma, that challenge, the sooner we can take action and make something positive out of it. And that's actually what I did. And even writing this book was I had to accept, as I was sitting there with my grandmother, that she was transitioning. And then I got the word that my other grandmother was transitioning. I had to accept it. That was hard to accept. Those were days that I had been dreading for almost all of my life, but I had to accept it. But as soon as I accepted it, I began to get beautiful ideas on how I could make something great out of this grief. And that's what I've done. I wrote the book. I've created the scholarship. I've created the memorial scholarship in honor of my grandmas. And I've created a curriculum, a youth curriculum to help restore respect for elders and so much more. And I'm doing these videos because I accepted that really tough thing. So think about your life and how quickly you're able to accept something that you can't change, just like the serenity prayer. And that has been a mantra for me, is accepting the things that you can't change, and more quickly that you can accept those things and you can adapt, then you can move on and make something positive even out of most negative situation. My grandmas were masters of adaptation, weaving flexibility and acceptance into the fabrics of their lives. They taught me that accepting reality is the first step towards meaningful change, a lesson that has guided me through personal and professional challenges. By embracing change rather than resisting it, I've learned to adapt with grace and creativity. This mindset has allowed me to turn potential struggles into opportunities for growth and innovation. Each challenge is a chance to test my adaptability and strengthen my resolve, ensuring I'm prepared for whatever comes next. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation, but rather recognizing the reality to better adapt. Accepting reality allows you to focus on what you can change rather than wasting energy on what you cannot. It facilitates a proactive approach to problem solving. This mindset can reduce frustration and help maintain mental clarity. By adapting, you learn to navigate through life's obstacles more smoothly and with less distress. So think about the times in your life when challenges come or changes come in your life. How did you do it? How did you handle it? Were you able to adapt? And I think about a number of times throughout my life when I had to adapt. I think about when I became a mom at 15, when I moved away, and all the different places that I've moved, different jobs and different changes even within those jobs that weren't my choice. I was able to quickly adapt to the change. First, accept the change, and then adapt to those changes and turning those situations into something positive for me rather than me seeing them as something negative happening to me. It's like, okay, accepting what happened, and how do I move forward from here? Think about your life and think about if you're able to do that. But like with all the lessons, I'm giving you 5 tips on how to live this lesson right now. No, you can't have that. You can't do that. Have you ever heard that voice, maybe from someone else or deep down inside of you, saying, no, you can't? Ever felt like you weren't good enough, smart enough, or brave enough to have what you really want? You know, that promotion, that degree, that dream job, that house, that fulfilling relationship, that business, that life you've always imagined. Well, I'm confidence coach Summer Owens, and I'm here to tell you, yes, you can have it. And yes, you can do it. I'm the person to help you make it happen. Because I've been there. I faced doubts, fears, and setbacks head on. As a teen mom who was told my future was bleak, I chose to say, so what to every obstacle I faced. I didn't let circumstances or self doubt define me. I've probably done what you want to do. I've earned degrees, I've had dream jobs, I've launched business, written powerful books, bought houses, all while defying the odds. Now I want to help you to say so what to your fears and limitations too. I want to share my secrets to success with you in my Get the Guts to Go For It program. If you're tired of watching others live the life that you want and you're ready to turn your someday into today, let me help you embrace the so what mindset. Build your confidence and make your dreams a reality. Grab one of the limited spots for this program at getthegutstogoforit.com. I can't wait to help you go for it. Tip number 1 on how to live the lesson, accept and adapt is to practice mindfulness. Begin to go into your mind and think about your life, think about your current situation. And the more you can focus on what your situation is and what you actually can change and what you actually can't change, the better you become at, or the better you get at identifying those things more quickly when life happens to you. The more quickly you're able to adopt this mindset, and I call it a so what mindset, the more quickly you can see, okay, this thing happened. I got to accept it because there's nothing I can do about it, or I'm going to accept it and I'm going to do something about it. But reflecting on your current situation and reflecting even on your past situation and then your future state can help you as you're doing these mindfulness activities to really begin to learn how to accept even the most challenging situations and begin to focus on positive thoughts of how you can address them and how you can turn them and adapt them into something positive. Tip number 2 on how to live the lesson, accept and adapt is to reframe your perspective. So when challenging situations happen in your life or traumatic situations even happen in your life, think about them as a way or reframe your thinking to thinking about them as an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for learning, an opportunity to do something positive, an opportunity even to benefit from this change. I think about that in terms of even what I'm doing with this project. Instead of being sad because I lost my grandmother's, which I was sad, but I reframed that as all the positive things that I had instead of looking at it, oh, I lost them. It's like, no, I was so blessed to have them for so long. And what else can I do to extend the life of the lessons that they've taught me? And that's why I'm doing this video series. That's why I've written a book. There's so many other situations in my life where I think about instead of looking at a situation as a negative, I reframe my thinking to think about, okay, what can I learn from this situation and how can I turn this into a positive? So reframe your perspective. Look at the situation differently. And if you need help seeing the situation differently, ask somebody like me or someone else in your life who can help you see even the most negative situation in a positive way. Tip number 3 on how to live the lesson, accept and adapt is to set realistic goals. So once you've accepted a situation, accepted a challenging situation, then start to set some realistic goals on how you can move forward on things you can actually achieve. So I think about when I had to accept the fact that I did not get a promotion that I wanted. I had to accept it. That was hard. I was used to achieving, I was used to succeeding. And in this instance, I did not get the promotion that I wanted, or even let me take it back, and I didn't get a job that I wanted. There were several times that I didn't get jobs that I wanted. So I had to first accept, okay, I didn't get the job. Instead of spending a whole lot of time feeling sorry for myself, beating myself up about it, I had to accept the fact I did not get this job that I wanted. I spent time thinking about, okay, maybe why did I get this job? What can I do? And here go the goals. What can I do to make myself better, to position myself so that I am in a better position to get a job like this in the future? So I set goals. Set goals. Maybe the goal might be to get a degree. Maybe you didn't get the job because you don't have the right education or you don't have the right experience. So maybe you need to work another job or do some volunteer work or do some other things so that you can meet that goal the next time. So think about your life and what it is that has disappointed you or has let you down or has happened to you. And then set some realistic goals on how you move forward from that, and some things you can actually do and some things you can actually accomplish, some goals you can actually set forth in your life to move past that situation. And then make them realistic, make them small, realistic, set those goals so that you can achieve those goals and see what other goals you can achieve. Tip number 4 on how to live the lesson, accept and adapt, is to develop flexibility in your plans and expectations. Life is so unpredictable. Life is so unpredictable. We have to stay flexible in our expectations and even in our plans. And I'm a big proponent of planning and making plans, but we have to stay flexible in those plans because life happens, things happen. We get disappointed, people change, the world changes, opportunities change, and that can lead to frustration when we're too rigid in our plans and we're not flexible. And so being flexible in your plans and in your expectations helps you to more easily accept when things don't go your way, to accept when challenges come, and to accept when you might not get what you really wanted or what you even really try hard to get. It can help, it makes it easier to accept that thing and adapt and make different plans because you're flexible, because you've already been flexible in your plans and your expectations. Tip number 5 on how to live the lesson, accept and adapt, is to seek support when needed. Don't be afraid to ask for help. So, in accepting a situation, that's a lot easier said than done. I say it all the time, but I do it all the time, and I help others to do it all the time too. So maybe you need help. You need help from somebody to help them, to help you to see a different perspective, to see how you can accept a situation, or for them to even show you and demonstrate to you how they've accepted a similar situation and how they've adapted. So don't be afraid to ask for help when you're having trouble accepting a challenging situation, if you're having a challenge adapting to a new situation. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. Just find the right person to ask. So tell me in the comments how you have accepted a challenging situation. Tell me how you've accepted a challenging situation, and give some tips on how you've adapted when life happens, when challenges happen, and you've had to accept something really tough, or even accept something that wasn't so tough, but you had to adjust and you had to adapt. Tell me in the comments. Tell me some stories about how you've done that and implemented that in your life. And tell me which of the lessons that I've shared that you'll practice, that you'll take into account and you'll use and implement into your life so that you can become more resilient by learning how to accept and adapt. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to go back and watch all the other lessons, and stay tuned for lesson 39 coming up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single video. See you next time.